Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saurabh Shintre. We are probably one of the new AI security, data security companies that are focused on LLMs. Simple point here is that AI is leaking sensitive data, right? So all of your sensitive data, SharePoint, Box, Drive, whatever, your employees are uploading them to shadow AI applications. You have copilots or gleans that are leaking them to unauthorized employees. Or you have chatbots that might be giving wrong information or using some sensitive data about customers and leaking it, right? So that's sort of the main problem that we're trying to highlight, and we are trying to focus on this. Unfortunately, data security for these kinds of applications is super important. Otherwise, you're going to have a situation where people are going to summarize important board meetings with OpenAI. People are going to ask questions like, are we expecting any layoffs? Or ask you that, give me a deal for $1. These are all examples which have actually happened in real world. The problem with data security in the AI world is that traditional solutions have not evolved. The way I would put it is that you can think of data security in 3 generations. The first generation was your regular expressions, pattern matching, and so on, and your semantics, where I used to work, so I can crap on them. Semantic, proof point, purview, all these things used to use that first generation of technology. It would only detect very specific patterns, but then we had the second generation, which is traditional machine learning or traditional NLP using small models like BERT and so on. So you have companies like Cyra, BigID, Cyberhaven in that space. They're good at detecting a few sort of wider scope of things, but again, as Pramod had mentioned, they only detect what are the known knowns. And we are now the 3rd generation of what data security is going to look like. It's going to be powered entirely with LLMs and not at all with traditional machine learning or regular expressions. And as I mentioned, old DLPs use very dumb approaches like regular expressions. They can be broken very easily in the AI world by an attacker or by somebody who wants to obfuscate the information. Newer solutions claim to use AI, but they are still like simplistic models behind the scenes, 30, 40, 50, or 100 of them. They all suffer from drift, they overfit, and they have very high false positives in the real world. I'm sure if you're in a security organization, you hate your DLP. That is something that is a universal theme that I have learned. None of these approaches are suitable for the dynamic information flows that are created by AI, and this is essentially what Realm is trying to solve. We use LLMs. We don't even use LLMs, we use an LLM. So what we have been able to do is to replace all the crappy methods of the past with a single model that detects everything. It has the capability of detecting thousands of topics and thousands of different kind of classifications, not just security sensitive stuff, but you can detect like sports or tennis or golf or whatever you wanted. Based on that, we can detect already more than 200 plus types of documents very precisely. It is multilingual, multimodal on day 1, so we can detect even languages like Swahili and Zulu and whatnot. It's incredibly accurate. It's built for enterprise scale. It can be used even to improve your existing DLPs if you already happen to have crappy DLPs in your organization. And again, highlighting this point, it detects the unknown unknowns, not just something. If you have to turn on something new, it takes us 5 minutes to turn that on. About me, it's a very old picture, so don't go by that. But I was at IIT Bombay, then I did my PhD at CMU. I've been working and leading AI security at Symantec and Splunk over the last 8 years or so, so I've been in this space for a long time. I'm part of the RSA program committee as well, and I was one of the young leaders for one of some weird organization that is pretty popular or famous. Personal nugget that Pramod asked me to add, nobody else added it, but this is actually a true story. I'm not joking. I was attacked by an elephant when I was a baby. I don't know what I did to piss off the elephant, but that's a true story. But the team is more important than me. We have folks I'm from Symantec Splunk. We have people from Google, Apple, Abnormal, Snowflake, and Truera, which was another famous machine learning ops company. We have an incredible set of advisors. So the ex-CEO of Symantec, chairman of RSA Conference, CISO of Anthropic, folks from Zscaler, Lyft, Twilio, and so on. And we have some investors for our early rounds. There was going to be a live demo. It's not going to be live, but it's not going to be dead either. This is just a playground, so it's a not so live demo. So here an idea is that we put in something like a piece of free-form text which is about mergers and acquisition deal. You run it through our system, and it's going to tell you everything that you need to know about that particular piece of text with a single call of a single model. So you're going to know what the language is. You're going to look at the key themes and all kinds of important details that are relevant for that piece of information. So M&A, financial amounts, negotiations, business names, statistics, so on. Now, and on the top, you can see all these different types of very common obfuscation techniques that people use, including changing the language, using lead speak, adding emojis, and so on, which are commonly used as a prompt injection technique. So something as simple as converting this to Spanish. I don't even need to retrain the model or do anything else. It's going to detect all the important information, but at the same time, I'm going to tell you that the language was Spanish, because again, this is a unique advantage that LLMs do speak all of these languages. There's a piece of text that even I don't understand, but it apparently is sort of a small sentence from Meta's layoff emails that Mark Zuckerberg had sent. We converted that to Chinese. We're able to detect that, hey, the language is Chinese, the topic is budget cuts, and we're talking about employment. All of this is possible through our system. The biggest piece of innovation that we have is that we are the only company, and probably going to be the only company for the next 1.5 to 2 years, that can run LLM-based data classification systems at a speed that is usable for real-time applications. So we take the amount of time for this classification with an LLM, which is the same speed as a small model would take. So less than 70 milliseconds is what we can do right now for a large piece of text. I think we're pretty sure we're going to get it under 50 milliseconds, which is usable for any kind of real-time application or even interactive applications.